Slide over, Mike. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Only Football. Mike, I love a gunslinger, right?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know. What? So, are you talking only football or football? We're talking about actual.
But we're talking about FC Sheriff.
Oh,
You got 11 gunslingers plus on that team.
I wish I went with my gut feeling when I was telling you a few days before that I was going to put $50 on him.
21-1.
Yeah, it was 23.
Was it got to 23?
Yeah, and I was like, honestly, hopefully they're 1-0 at half, and I can see what the cash out is.
Yeah.
But I did not expect them to go into the Bernabeu and beat Real Madrid.
Man,
but
I'm so glad PSG went up 2-0 because I was watching that match, and then once Messi's goal was great.
Yeah.
But once pretty much once I was like, okay, let's try to sweat out this draw for Sheriff. And then Soren and I were watching it, and once he hit it, you knew
it was lined up from the camera angle. It was perfect.
It was absolutely perfect.
What a hit!
Soren and I were just climaxing all the way. It was great.
So I didn't know. Technically, they're from a region of Moldova.
Yes.
That is trying to consider themselves a country.
Oh, really?
A separate country. So right now they're they're part of a team that is in a country.
This is a good push.
Yeah,
it's a good push for their independence.
So but good on them. It was a great. This is why we watch Champions League.
Yeah,
moments like this.
6 points.
Top of the table.
Top of the group.
Yeah.
Red Star.
There's a new sheriff
Zagreb.
in town.
There's a new sheriff in town. Are you just saying that?
No, that's the saying people are saying for both of them. The top of the group is so everyone's joke. All the memes where there's a new sheriff in town.
Of course, it was pretty blatant, but that's the title of this episode, pretty much. Can I even check that?
Big win. Check what the title of the episode.
Yeah, it's new sheriff in town. I think I said just new sheriff in town. That's what I said. Yeah, I know. Everyone was gonna do it.
Great win.
Had to though. You had to get some respect.
I got my mind with PSG, so
a couple good saves from the keeper. PSG. Did you take them on the podcast last week? Something you did. Did you? I took City. I don't think you did.
I didn't log it in then. I didn't take. I think I took a draw.
You might have taken a draw. I don't think you took PSG.
I don't think. I know, but I took them in betting wise.
City weren't bad though.
They were the better team, I think. There was a huge gap between the forwards and the midfield. Yeah. For PSG, right? Because I guess Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe had no defensive responsibility. They just had to defend with 7 and the goalie. And I think City looked
from what I can see from that match, because I was working, after that goal, especially the rest of the first half.
Oh,
City
it was all City. I was it's only a matter of time before they score, and they never did. And
the reason why I said they didn't look that bad, because in my mind, from what I could see, because I couldn't watch from the back, was the fact that City did look the better team to me. And I was talking to Yop yesterday, and I said that he's like, I don't know, but
they were.
Yop took PSG, so I think Yop was just kind of.
Oh, I did too, but City I was nervous. It was a sweat. Even though they won 2-0, it was a sweat. I obviously Bernardo missed the easiest chance. For me, it's worse than Sterling's because Sterling. It was still a hard cross. You still have to slide and get contact on it.
I agree. It is worse. It is worse.
Sterling's situation was
the magnitude.
Worse. The magnitude was worse. But that's what tilted it for me. Technically, finishing wise, this was. Easiest you can go. Yeah. You would not expect anyone on City.
Yeah, Mars lost his shit, understandably so.
it was 3 yards in open net, and he first of all he shot it slower. He made the shot slower.
Looped up. Yeah, I know.
And he hit the crossbar, and then he had the audacity to ask for penalty that he got hit afterwards.
I just love players who just aren't quite panning out. I love Bernardo Silva. I love Antoine Martial. Just not. I don't know. Bernardo Silva's different though. He's still getting
also
time.
Playing in a role because they played a 4-2-3-1, and he's playing beside Rodri. They had Foden up top, and not recognized number 9.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think City deserved at least a tie from that.
Yeah, well, shit, man. That group's why Bruges beats Leipzig. Honestly, Jesse Marsch is. A guy said it. A guy did the Sears Cup. We were talking. When we were doing the Sears Cup, I was talking to a guy, and I think he took Leipzig's finish outside of Champions League because he just doesn't feel like Jesse Marsch is going to do it for him. There's too much talent on that team.
There is too much talent.
And what's going on with Moriba? Islay Moriba, the guy, the kid they brought from Barcelona, the midfielder. I haven't seen him at all. I don't know if he's hurt. He must be.
He must be.
He must be because like he's class. He was great. Like Barcelona wanted to keep him so badly, and he was like, "No, I'm getting out of this burning ship. I'm gone."
And it is a burning ship.
And then like honestly, like Shabazz should be playing
more attacking,
more attack, but also like he's not even getting like 60 minutes.
I think he's just easing him in.
That's fair because he had that injury. I
think November he'll be like 90-minute player.
He better be. He absolutely better be. There's some question marks to be had there. Quickly, we'll go back in the Champions League. Only FC. Now, when Guy and I started this thing, we would do
player ratings.
No, we did that once. But Only FC, like we would review our match, and we haven't had a match in a year and a half. But we had our first one last Sunday at Cherry Beach. Now, if anyone's from Toronto, which I walked there, and it takes like once you like start walking west.
Oh, you walked there?
Yeah.
It took like an hour.
Man, because once you get in there, like it just keeps going and going and going.
Did you come from Leslie Way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It keeps going. You did the trail?
Yeah.
Yeah. It does keep going.
Yeah.
It does. It's wild.
Shocking. Anyway, so finally got back there. We didn't have Super Leeds John in goal because he had to work this week or last weekend.
Steph playing on our team?
Steph's there.
He was there?
Yeah, he was there.
Why didn't he give you a ride then?
He was at yoga or something. I didn't speak to him.
I was
now I know. Now someone's got to pick me up.
What time was the game at?
6. I left at like 10 to 5.
That makes sense then.
I left at like 10 to 5.
We were watching the Justin Tucker, and we messaged each other at the same time. And then when I realized he messaged me at the same time, right after I messaged him, I'm like, oh, he's not coming to our game. Because if he's watching the game, I highly doubt he's watching it from his phone at the game already. So I knew he wasn't coming to our other team. But we got the win there too. So you got your clean sheet.
Got the clean sheet. I was in goal. 3 top drawer saves. Now one was like semi decent. I actually kind of spilled 2, but like controlled spilling. And Paul Segaris. We were playing this team, older, more out of shape than even we are. We have some guys that are in pretty good shape on our team, but generally speaking, we're not great. And we should have just, we haven't played together in like a year and a half, but we should have battered them. And Paul came on 2 late goals.
Oh, you guys left it late, eh?
Last like 10 minutes.
Typical United.
Last 10 minutes. Really good finishes. Other than that, shocking performance from Paul. Shocking. I don't know. I'll give him a 2 out of 10. He was some trash.
Even though he scored?
Oh, he scored a brace, winners. He was awful.
He's man of the match.
He was terrible.
It sounds like he's man of the match, and you're giving him.
You should have seen him the rest of the game. Just.
I played with him last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. No, it's Sunday. Yeah, of course he's hung with him.
Yeah, of course.
Good way to start off the season again.
Yeah, unlike Barcelona. What the hell, man? Battered by Benfica. I actually didn't mind them going this. They pulled off a win on the weekend in La Liga. And I was like, okay, maybe look at some momentum. So there's like Luke de Jong up top. And
I know. Coleman's on the hot seat. It sounds like Xavi's coming in soon.
Well,
he's the replacement. Or
that team isn't. That's the thing. Like, Busquets came out and said today too. He said it's easy to criticize the manager, but it's also on the players, which is obviously fair. But it's like, man, this team it's lacking quite a bit. But there are obviously some blatant choices by Koeman. For example, bringing Piqué on to play striker when you're chasing a match against Granada, consistently starting Luke de Jong. What has happened to, just some like free flowing, you think like as Koeman being someone who played there, like understands like that Cruyff kind of mentality. And it's like, what's going on when you're consistently playing like that lump, Luke de Jong up top. Luke de Jong is a fine player, but he's not a Barcelona player. And like Martin Braithwaite was making the team all year long last year. And like, he's got on the score sheet, but like, I always kind of felt as though that was him feeding off of, Barcelona's talent.
Now you're starting to think he's the real deal?
Martin Braithwaite?
Yeah. Did he start today?
I think he's hurt.
Okay, yeah, that's why Barcelona's having these lulls. He's the Messi now. I'm sorry to pie you. I thought you knew thought you were going to be, but no, it's Braithwaite.
I read something to that. Apparently, like they're looking to swap Depay to you.
Juve?
Yeah.
I'll gladly take him. Wait, oh, they want Chiesa for
no,
sure.
No. It wasn't for Chiesa. It wasn't for Chiesa. It was actually a deal when I looked at it, and from a Juventus perspective, I was like, yeah, I'd do that.
So who are we letting go?
Forget. Let me see if I can dig it up.
Not Bernardeschi.
Let me see if I can dig it up.
Oh, it's definitely Kulusevski then.
What's going on with Kulusevski?
You know what, Allegri, he wants him to be more defensive and pick his spots to be attacking because he feels as though he's attacking too much. But that's a different story. But you know what? It looked like today. I was actually very impressed with Juve today.
Well, okay, Mike. Yeah, that's actually I did because I was watching United, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I did want to ask you about that because I watched
it from start to finish.
I was convinced. I heard there's no shots on goal, really.
They actually, I think they played like they know Szczesny's bad, and they didn't give him any excuse. And we blocked everything. We really compact, like 10 men behind the ball. Chelsea had majority of the possession in our third, but couldn't break us down. We were playing counter-attacking football, which Juve we're not really used to playing. We're used to having possession and always being defensively sound. But knowing that we were going against Chelsea, the better squad, we knew we had to throw something different at them. I guess all week we just focused on getting 10 behind the ball and breaking on counters. We could have had 2 goals in the first half. We should have. But Chelsea, other than that, it was possession without a purpose, which I was definitely happy for. And I didn't complain at all. Possession without a purpose, which I was definitely
Sorry,
happy
I'm just trying to send this off. There we go. Can you do that one?
Oh.
But I think I just fucked the podcast. I did. Tisk. Save.
Are you just clipping it? Trying to send a clip?
I was just trying to send the link back to Rom in case he had some time, but I think I fucked it for the podcast anyway. I'm just gonna delete the recording and we're
start over.
We'll let it go for this week, unfortunately. Malheureusement.
No, but the better team won. Chelsea didn't really have any dangerous threats until the 80th minute, and those were everyone pushed up. They made all 5 of their subs. Crosses, Lukaku missed a good chance. He turned Bonucci and shanked it.
That's 3 big
clubs
in a row.
He missed
3 big clubs in a row for Lukaku. No goals, no assists, nothing.
You know what? You know what? That's what you've been saying all the time since he was a Man U player. But it takes some time to get used to it. But
I thought he was used to it, Mike.
It's too cool. It's going from a new coach and a new system and a new league, so it's going to take time.
You're right.
This string of easy games coming up, or relatively easy games for Chelsea in the Premier League, should boost his confidence.
Absolutely, it's a big string.
Yeah, it's a big string, but it's Chelsea. They'll be fine. They'll be a team in the quarters.
How did the goal come about for you, Ben?
It happened 10 seconds into the
I was going to say, I saw 46 minutes.
It was 11 seconds in. Just a pass back to Bonucci, fires it up.
Who's sleeping?
I'm pretty sure Rabiot won the header, headed it to Bernardeschi. He was able to turn. Chiesa made a cross run, slid through, and he roofed it in a new side. I think it may have taken a slight deflection off Rudiger, who was sliding.
Okay.
But still went top corner. Mendy had no chance, and we held on. And Chelsea
didn't do much.
No.
Did you throw the bill at this? It was just like a really dead match.
It was really dull.
A lot of shots from
but I think
long range.
Because we've only kept 2. We've kept a clean sheet in both Champions League matches. But outside of that,
no Serie A.
We haven't had a clean sheet since March.
Oof. Ouch.
Yeah. So I'm hoping the success today proves to us that we can defend, because that's why we're losing. That's why we have this worst start. We're scoring, but we can't not concede. Yes. Okay. But we're at least still scoring, but we're still giving up goals that we usually shouldn't give up. Yeah. So it is. I'm happy. It helps us with qualification, and hopefully getting the 1 seed now, because now it's a realistic. Going into the group, I thought we'd get number 2.
Yeah, sure. Now it looks good.
Now it looks good.
Yeah, it's
really good to get there first of all,
sure.
And now, it would have been good to score 1 more, because now if Chelsea beat us by 2 or more in the return leg, and we tie on points, they'll get the first seed. But
I mean, Chelsea looked really, really lethargic by the sounds of it in Champions League. Champions League, anyway.
Yes, but they rotate so much, and this team will get better as the year goes on.
That's fair. That is fair. I mean, great result. I mean, it sat me down. I don't know. Did I get anything right last week?
No, you didn't. You didn't get the lock. You went 0 for 5.
Oh yeah, I didn't get the lock. I know that.
I know.
I took Atalanta draw.
We all went.
No, sorry. I took Inter to win 2-1. Atalanta drew, which I'm very happy with actually.
Yeah, we all went. I got 1 point, and then 1 for the lock.
You got the lock. Oh, so what game? What game did you get right?
It was. Let me just take a look.
Please do.
It was Arsenal.
Oh yeah,
it was Arsenal. I took Arsenal.
I took a draw.
I took Arsenal. 2-1, but it ended up winning 3-1.
Yeah.
But soccer, even my
no, we had a good fantasy prem last week. I had stars.
I'm just saying as my we did.
And I had Gray as my seven. Actually, it was Ronaldo. Your Ronaldo captain.
Yeah, but he would have scored the penalty.
Yeah. Speaking of United, honestly, man, like they couldn't have been any. Another really shocking performance, and honestly, like this, I'm really glad. Obviously, that they pulled out the win, but this result like really papers the cracks. I mean, honestly, if they had not won this match, and in the manner that they drew, like lucky to draw again.
Won't get it because
he won't get it because we'll score enough goals, and Ronaldo or
it's gonna be Ronaldo,
of course. Yes, okay.
It's Mr. Champions League.
But when you look at it so far,
he has been amazing.
Far and away our best player.
Yeah, him coming
and he was last year. And last year as well, he was great. He was our best player last year. Bruno was, but
him coming back early really helped.
Yeah, but regardless, Mike, like if we have not pulled out that win at the death from a decent pick out from Fred, I would say poorly defended by the defender as well. It begs the question: McTominay plays the whole fucking match, and then you bring on Matic. You're tied. You bring on Matic, and then you bring on Fred. Now McTominay got subbed off, but it's like, what are you doing? If they hadn't pulled that win, like so many questions, like people have been their anger has been allayed, somewhat for now after clean sheets, not clean sheets for United, but getting shut out by Aston Villa and West Ham, and then almost dropping yet 2 more points against Villarreal in the Champions League group stage, in a group that they should top. And it's a match that we easily could have lost. First half, utterly
probably should have.
Yeah,
probably should have. But
absolutely,
you're never out with Ronaldo.
Fine.
What do you fine? Just be happy. Just enjoy the moment, Max. I know you're happy. You have Mr. Champions League. He lives for
Moment's team, though. You can't be Moment's team. I can't be satisfied with it.
Man, that was.
It was embarrassing.
Just don't become like Juve and rely too much on Ronaldo. You need other players to step up.
The thing is, though, is like
you need a system.
Juve kind of got sucked into Ronaldo. I feel like, and it kind of messed with their system. Our system just kind of starves, even the likes of Ronaldo of scoring opportunities. It's just the way we play, and it's completely ineffective. And we don't actually, break teams down properly. His substitutions. Why do you bring on Fred? I know it's hilarious. It's hilarious to me. That's the thing, is that he brings on Fred and Lingard, and Lingard's been pretty solid. That touch was great.
Yeah,
was excellent.
He's changed a lot of games since he come on. Even the young boys game, but that was for a different reason. But he's been a positive. Yeah, whenever I get the chance. But he's been a positive impact. I'm glad he's found his way back into playing, because I think he's shown that he's a player that can make a difference for you guys.
Yeah.
Greenwood, he's good, but he's still developing. You don't want to play him too much, I think.
No,
I think you're going to need more from Sancho.
Absolutely. Sancho Sancho still needs to start again this weekend, Everton, which we'll get into. Greenwood's solid. For me, Greenwood's a number 9, though. Like Greenwood.
Not anymore with Cavani and Ronaldo. Say goodbye to that.
He's a number 9, though. Yeah. I would say, like, by next season, Cavani
is still going to be playing.
He needs to be developing for number 9. It's what he is. Last year with Cavani would get very frustrated with him, and Greenwood didn't really kind of take to his criticism of not looking for him. And you saw that if you watch that Villa match, Greenwood was exceptionally selfish in that match.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch them.
I don't.
Max, come on, and I'm not anyone who's not.
Chelsea City. Yeah, Chelsea City.
Well,
you weren't even awake. You weren't even awake.
It's a good thing.
You didn't watch either. So
I know. It's a good thing I didn't though.
I would have.
I would have bet money if I was up.
Honestly, he was looking a little bit more today. And I think his end product will develop. Hopefully that because Ronaldo is the number 9, this will actually develop his agreements facilitation. And the way he looks set up. Because today, he was trying to he was making those runs down the wing and just getting to the byline and then cutting back in, and the balls weren't quite hitting. He might have done a little bit too late. The keeper was kind of cutting them off right before, but the idea was there. So hopefully this does help him in that sense. Because if Greenwood becomes a better facilitator as well and can be just as good off the wing like that, then we have a top player. Because he's an amazing finisher. Right now, he's a number 9. There's no doubt. But really, the issue to me is the fact that we're getting utterly.
I don't
really say pummeled,
playing
but
good offensive soccer.
We're not because he relies on McTominay and Fred, or he takes so he doesn't start both of them finally, and then he takes out Pogba, who wasn't having a great game himself, albeit, but we're drawn and you keep on McTominay and bring on Matic, and then you bring on Fred for McTominay. It's these things. Yes, we get the win at the end of the day, but if this keeps up, it's going to catch up to us. And I'm very close to being all out. I am very, very close.
Very close, eh?
Very, very close.
Who would you bring in?
I probably would have said all out.
Who would you bring in?
I would have said all out today if we didn't win. I'll say that right now.
The Glazers aren't paying for Conte.
You know what, man? With Conte, I still want someone who's not going to set up in a 3-5-2 though. I would love Ten Hag. I would love him. Take him in a heartbeat.
I don't think he's leaving Ajax anymore.
Neither do I.
Ajax. He's not leaving Ajax anytime soon.
Would he leave them? Would he leave them for a United though?
Yeah.
Not Spurs. I don't blame him for not going to Spurs.
Oh, but he would leave it for United. Yeah.
Of
course.
So I guess you can buy. Thank you. I guess you can buy him out.
1.5 for him.
That's fine. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. I would take Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag's for me number 1 right now.
In the world?
Okay. For me to, if I had to pick a replacement.
Oh, hopefully.
You see Donnie play. That's ridiculous. For sure.
That's good.
For sure. Shall we move on to
Serie A?
You want to do a lock?
Or a lock? Okay,
yeah.
I'll begin.
All right.
I'm going with Leicester over Palace. 2.25. I'm going for a 2-pointer this time, Max.
That's not bad. So Leicester's on the road, are they?
Yeah, they're on the road.
Man, what was that? Okay.
The Crystal Palace Brighton game? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
That was the worst defending, and I think
How do you let that Vieira? No one should.
That game is gonna. That's what I'm saying. Leicester might smack them 3-0 because I think that could be the game where they're like, we should have won, and now it's like, oh my goodness, the wheels are coming off. The wheels might come off. They might lose.
What if Vieira really locks them in? Because they were good in that match, man. They were solid.
Brighton were really bad. I think that what it was, and they kept trying to play out the back, even though it wasn't their day.
Mm-hmm.
I get, Graham Potter. He wants that, and that's what they're building towards. But for some reason, when it's not your day,
either.
I know with no Basuna, but it's not your day, you got to try something different. Sure. And they didn't try anything different, but they still managed to
do that. That was shocking. It was a great finish, man. Really ballsy finish
for the last kick of the game. 40 yards direct. It's a goal kick to a volley pass up to no defenders in sight. High line. And
honestly, no one should be able to leave. No one should be able to see their families until they get a win against Leicester. No one should be able to leave the training ground. They're sleeping here for the whole week.
Oh, I think Leicester's gonna crush them after that. I wouldn't have picked this if they closed it out.
yeah,
but now after seeing that, I'm like, oh, they're gonna lose.
I couldn't believe my eyes because you know what? I was working. I came in as Mopay was chipping it over.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, what a great finish to tie the game. Really gutsy.
And then you saw the build up
finish. And I was like, build up. What build up?
Exactly.
That was Tim Hortons.
That's dude. Timbits.
Timbits. That's Timbits. Tim Hortons. That's I'm Tim Hortons. That's junior Tim Hortons.
Timbits soccer.
Yeah,
that's my lock. Only because of that result.
Okay. I'm gonna go Bayer Leverkusen on Sunday on the road against Arminia Bielefeld. They're paying 1.66. I just like
write them down for now.
We'll do.
Instead of getting up and
yeah.
putting it. What's that paying?
1.66.
Oh, we're switching.
I know. I had a couple others like should I chase? One that did cross my mind was PSG over 3.5. Match bets and totals over 3.5 against home. Because I'm looking like a 3-1 in that match. I think like now Messi scored, and I think
he was
they kind of
desperate for a goal.
Yes.
It's like, okay, Messi, relax. Yeah. Relax. You were going to score eventually. You should score. You're one of the 2 best players in the world.
Yeah. Second.
By a far margin.
Well, I mean, 2.5.
I mean, like him and Ronaldo are like far.
Yeah. Yes, they
I would say
still on the stage.
To me, the 3rd best player still is
Neymar. Can you say Neymar?
No, I wouldn't say Neymar anymore.
Mbappe.
No.
Am I guessing?
KDB.
Oh yeah. I can get
when healthy. I think he's the 3rd. But he's still a distance behind.
He's the Djokovic.
He's still a distance behind, in my opinion. That's just me though. But
okay. Okay. Quick. Syria. Atalanta hosting AC. And nice draw for Atalanta. I'll take that. They're hanging. They're hanging.
I know.
I forgot to watch the highlights of that match. I saw how it broke down.
Oh, really?
What 2-2 draw, and then we have missed penalty, and then a goal disallowed. Last like 5 minutes of the match.
Goal disallowed. I still haven't seen it, but it happened 2 minutes. But what a last 5 minutes! If I wish I was seeing that live.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Atalanta they're just not hitting the heights. Even today, like 1-0. I was watching that because they were at 12:45 today. And I was watching Atalanta and Young Boys, and it's like, I mean, yes, Atalanta is the better team because they are. Like they literally are on paper. There's no question about it. But they're not. They're just not flowing like they used to. Is it Gomez? Because like when Gomez left last season,
they were still scoring.
The latter half, they were still scoring.
They're still big, but I think maybe the style of play. It's 3 years running in a row with success.
Getting found out.
Other teams are preparing for them, right? They're preparing for them like they're league contender, right? And it's like now you're the hunted. You're not the hunter anymore. You're the hunted, right? And teams are giving you your A game. They're not saying, "Oh, we're facing Atalanta." It's not Juve.
We can try to score, and then they're getting opened up and getting shelled.
So they're gonna have to, I think they just have to stay patient. I still think they're going to beat Milan. I'm saying 2-1. I think the loss
2-1 Atalanta.
Yeah, I think the loss yesterday for Milan at least was heartbreaking for them. Yeah. For me, it's. Did you see the handball dispute with Milan and Atletico? It was a weird one. Like something definitely had to be called because
that was like the last round of highlights. That was the last match I was watching like 2 a.m. last night. I was watching highlights and I was falling asleep during that one.
Oh yeah, it was. They both it was close proximity, and then the ball. Some say that who was it on Atletico? Regardless, it could have. I think it was Lamar. I think it might have hit Lamar's hand first before it hit Kalulu's hand. But either way, it both hit both of their arms, and I think the ref just decided he called the penalty on the spot, and I guess after VAR they couldn't really determine whose hand it hit first, so they just stayed with whatever the call was on the field. And Suarez barely scored the penalty. I did see the pen. Barely scored the penalty, but it was just a tough loss. Kessie with 2 dumb fouls. Second one, I still wouldn't have given the yellow. I think.
Speaking of which,
I would have. But if he didn't give the yellow, for sure he would have got subbed off at half. And
what about KDB's penalty? Non-red card yesterday.
He got the ball. That's why. With Basaka, he didn't get the ball. That's what for me. That's what I think it came down to because he did nick the ball. It was the same type of contact, but Basaka just got the leg. He didn't get the ball. KDB at least nicked the ball and then got studs. That's why I think. Because it was VAR, and I think when they went to VAR, they saw that he hit the ball. I know that was debated. United fans are everywhere on Twitter, so I see all these tweets, and I'm like, he hit the ball, guys. That's why. Basaka went for the ball, he didn't get it, and he got banned. But I don't know why they made it. They extended his ban. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah,
it was just a one. It was just a 1 game ban, and then they went out. They went out.
So it's more like what?
They extended it to 2 games. I was like, wow, really? Why would you do it? Why would you wait a week?
They really want to lower right back. They want
He was bad. You guys need a new right back for the next game.
I don't know.
I feel like
Let's play. No. Give him a run. Give him a run.
Gosens is gonna destroy him.
that is no. Gosens got hurt today. I don't know about it. He got 7 like 13th minute.
Oh, if he's back for internet, he'll be fine. If he's playing, good luck. You guys might have to play 5-3-2. But yeah,
There's no safe haven here anymore.
We both have Atalanta 2-1, eh?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I was thinking 1-1, but after. Oh, okay, that could be it too. But still, if they were both like, it was like for the Lamar AC Atletico. He was saying that Lamar's hand wasn't in an unnatural position, while Kalulu's was, but they both hit it like almost at the same time. Because they popped up and it was like, and then the ref just pointed penalty. That could be it too.
So Ram was saying that I think the idea was that Lamar's arm was not in an unnatural position, whereas the Milan player's was.
Yeah, it could be, but I don't know. For me, I wouldn't have called it on the field. I would have just let VAR. I would have just let VAR handle it.
Fair enough. Okay.
As for Lewandowski, is it because he's scored in like 15 straight games? Is that why you wanted to talk to Lewandowski?
I don't know. Ram, let us know.
But I think he scored in 14 straight Bundesliga games. And I think he's obviously scored in both Champions League games. So it could be, I don't know about DFL Cup, because DFB, Pokal. Pokal. But I don't even think he probably played in the first leg that they've already done. But I
don't think so. They won 12-0 and Choupo-Moting, I think, begged.
Oh, you're saying Lewandowski for third best player. That's probably what he meant. That's probably what he meant. Okay, yes.
I would still have to say someone. I would lean towards KDB more myself, just because there's just more of a complete game there. Lewandowski is. Lewandowski is going to hurt.
He's the best 9 in the world.
Yes,
he's the best 9.
And but he's not going to get Golden Boot though. Well, actually, no. It's Ronaldo. Sorry, not Golden Boot. Sorry, he's not getting Ballon d'Or because
Jorginho might.
Because Messi won the Copa America.
That's why.
That's why.
Does you think that? So if Messi's going to get a 7th? Yeah. I hear Jorginho might. He's going to be in the short list, I think.
He should be. He's not going to get it. Then we don't know. Finish like a respectable top 5, especially for a CDM, box to box. I think it's respectable. That's basically like winning.
Yeah.
It's too bad. They should really broaden their horizons in terms of people actually players winning that award. So instead of a striker or someone just bags 40 goals.
Well, he's
40 fine. All right, okay.
Like Max, it's like
it's like that happens every year. It's like,
exactly. Well, we're used to it now because of Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah,
we've been spoiled.
Yeah, the game has changed.
We've been very spoiled.
The game has changed. Okay, FPL.
Oh, for captain?
Who's your captain? Where did I read?
I know. I'm going back. Especially now that he hasn't scored in a few games. He has to score now. But I'm also hoping that he plays against Southampton. But I'm captain. Are we starting with captain or?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm Lukaku.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It was pretty simple.
No, he's gonna play.
I was actually debating of
you don't think we're gonna rest? No, there's one game before the national break. You play.
Okay, yeah. Especially if you need points, but hopefully he bags the brace.
Shit, who's my set?
I was debating on doing Saka again. But I'm like, I can't do a Saka 2 weeks in a row.
I had them written. Okay, well, who do you got? Because I need to. I thought I had it written down, but I forgot mine.
Oh, it's not really a savvy pickup anymore. I had a cop out for. What? I was saying Sar because they're facing Leeds. I know because they're playing Leeds. But if that's not a savvy pickup,
no, that's
I will go with Dennis then because I think Dennis is really good.
I have both.
Oh,
I already have both. I've had Dennis for the last 2 weeks. This is my second week.
He's good.
I just don't know if I should start him or not.
Is he 5.3 or something like that? 5.
Well, if he's 5.2 when I got him.
Oh.
I don't know what the hell happened, man.
Only because they're facing Leeds, and that's going to be an open game.
No, because he's not even.
That's going to be an open game. But I didn't know if you would take the Sar one because he's on a roll, and I think Leeds.
I'll let that slide. I like it.
Leeds playing.
I like it.
Watford. Both teams are very. I think Watford's going to play more offensive, and this is going to be an over.
Okay.
Going over 2.5.
Well, I'm going to go. Off of your lock, and I'm going to go with Harvey Barnes. I think he's due. I think he got. Dude, we didn't even talk about it.
He needs to go back to 15. That's pretty easy.
Oh, he switched number 7.
Yeah,
he did.
He hasn't been the same player since.
No, I guess not. Yeah, that was a jump. He didn't need to do that. He didn't want to take that in. Like, here's number 7.
He needs to go back to 15. He was balling on 15.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But also just like against Brighton, mentioned that a couple weeks against Brighton, when he was called offside for standing in front of the keeper twice.
Oh, I actually thought VAR might take away Ronaldo's goal because of Lingard. I actually thought. I know, but it was very similar.
But when you look at the
against Brighton, they had two disallowed goals. I know. And
the linesman was not having any of it.
I know.
And he was wrong on both accounts.
I know, but
he called one. He's like, yeah, I got to call it.
Well, they were barred. They were both barred. Too,
sure. But he called.
I know. It was. They had it out for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. United Everton. 7:30 again. I guess I'm getting up early on Saturday morning yet again. And
Everton's at home, right?
Everton's at home. Bissaka and Shaw. Bissaka's, I think, almost definitely out. I think Shaw. Oh no, Bissaka will be back.
Yeah.
Sorry,
it's only Champions League.
Yeah, it's only champs. I don't know. Maybe Shaw is back.
I don't know about Shaw. I already got rid of him.
I'm looking right now. He said he.
You getting rid of him? I already got rid of him.
You did, eh?
Oh yeah, didn't wait.
They're getting clean sheets now, buddy.
Whatever. I'll get back on. I got Rudiger. I'll be fine.
I think they're going to short up. I think he's just going to short up. You know, Fred didn't. Maybe he's going to go Frogba this weekend. That's because you know what? Because Fred barely played and Pogba came off in what, like the 60th?
I just love your acronyms.
65th.
Fred.
I made this up. They're not. I will say they're not. But
will he go peak? Pogba, Vanderbeek?
I would love to see.
Not that even no way.
But don't start in the match like this. Just try it. Next time you play like, Watford or something like that. Newcastle, which we already just go for it.
Are you nervous about this game?
Yeah, I am. But I think we're going to set up quite very defensively. I think he thinks McTominay's, even though McTominay basically played the full 90, like McTominay to him is an engine. He's an engine. And McTominay's great. He has a great endurance. So I actually am still expecting, even though Fred barely played McTominay basically the full match, and like the Fred Pogba thing is there.
You're expecting.
I'm expecting Pogba on the wing, Sancho on the bench, and McFred, and I think it's gonna get away with it. And I'm gonna go 1-0.
Oh,
they have one clean sheet.
I know. That's why I'm not picking. I'm picking 1-1. A 1-1 draw. I'm not like ever since the Newcastle game.
Yeah,
they haven't looked good, and I think it's going to take them after the international break to really get going. You know what? That's what I think.
Depending on how this match goes, and obviously, you get the win and it kind of just papers over everything. If they don't get the win and we play like we've been playing for the last couple of weeks, and he starts
an international break.
If he starts McFred again, and there's no win, get rid of him.
Yeah,
get rid of him. I'm done. Because if there's no win, but you've switched it up in that pivot where Pogba's in the pivot and Sancho should be starting then with Greenwood and Ronaldo, and you put McTominay or Fred beside Pogba, and it doesn't quite pan out, fine. Stick with it. See if the style of play changes a little bit. We're a little bit better set up around the box, and we kind of slow things down a little bit. I would like to see that, but if it's those two again, forget it.
I think you guys should try 4-1-4-1. I think that would be good for you guys.
Who's the one? Matic?
I think you can play around with either Fred or McTominay because one
in the one by themselves.
Yeah.
How?
I think.
When have you seen that?
Because you could have the two midfielders above them can still offer support.
Of course.
So again, it still becomes you can play a 4-3-3 when you want to, and a 4-1-4-1 when you want to as well. You got the flexibility.
But those two in front of them are Pogba and Bruno.
Yeah.
That's not defensively a lot of support.
I know, but
I would say if you're going to do 4-1-4-1, you make sure that one of them is Vanderbeek. I think Vanderbeek offers a little bit more defensively than those two.
That's what I would do if I was Man United in FIFA. That's how I would set up.
That's FIFA, Michael.
I know, but this is real life too.
What's real life too?
Man United the season. They need to offer more offensively. They have to.
I agree.
They have to
create more chances. Ronaldo's going to get fed up.
They're not causing fear in the
they don't because he routinely picks McTominay and Fred. Like that's just what he does.
So
he can't help
he's playing the cards he's dealt.
No, he's not. That's the fucking thing.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the Donny Van de Beek card. He doesn't have. He only has. Fred and McTominay. Haven't you realized this as a Man United supporter? He's always going to resort back to them, so you got to accept it.
But those aren't the cards. He has other cards. He hasn't picked them.
You think he has other cards, but he has the cards. He has the cards.
It's those two.
Those are always put away.
Summon Skull.
He plays with 50, not 52.
Unreal.
No, but I don't. This is not going to be.
I know. It's killing me in fantasy too because like I've actually been okay since I like the wild card move that I made, but I keep on going with because City's had these tough matchups and I've been benching Henderson and Diaz.
No, you got the players play them, man.
And no, but I've been going with like Varane and De Gea and they can't keep clean sheets 75 lives. No. Varane's been solid. De Gea's been great. They've both been good.
After the international break, I think they'll figure out defensively.
Then we have a tough run of fixtures, basically starting now with Everton.
We have Liverpool 2 games after you come back.
Yeah, we have Leicester. I think we have Liverpool. And we have Liverpool's on my birthday. It might be that's the second. That's second. It's on my birthday. Close. It's the Sunday. We're drinking all day. It's like October 24th, 2 days before my birthday, is like nonstop, like soccer, big matches.
I know.
Marseille, PSG. I don't even know. There's like 2 other matches in there.
Juve, Inter, I believe.
Beauty.
Where we go? Another big one in I think another league.
I think so. I think there's 4.
I think
really
it's Barca Real.
Matches.
I think it's Barca Real.
Might be.
I think it's Barca
Where are
Real.
we going? Where are we going?
The booze fest.
Football Footy Factory?
That's closed now.
No.
It is, yeah.
That's devastating.
It's closed. I really drove by yesterday. But it closed like, I want to say last summer. It's a new place now. Killed it? It's a new place now.
Dude, that sucks.
I know.
It wasn't that. You know what? Like, it was called... Like,
well, I was never going back.
For me, why? What I'm doing?
The Bayern came back against Juve
that's where you were?
Yeah, that's what it was. So I said I'm never going back.
Okay. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the last game? We
have 2. We have 2 matches. We have one before.
Oh,
Brighton Arsenal.
Now the derby, the real derby.
Definitely need to talk about this. Like, 2 teams that are punching above their weight and catching all the steam. Everyone's just loving these guys, and Brighton's at home, but for me, just
is Basuma back for this?
He might be.
That would be.
It's key. It's absolutely key. But Arsenal, they actually finally seem to have like a formation. It seems like the team is set, and
they have confidence in Ole.
In Arteta.
And Arteta, sorry.
I know. They're almost interchangeable right now. It's like who's gonna sink, who's gonna swim.
Arteta.
Are they gonna drag each other down?
Arteta celebrate so hard in my life.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, okay, relax. You beat the team you should have beat.
That's fair. I'm really annoying myself for copying on a draw there. Kane's just not into it.
No, he's not the same player. You take Antonio over Kane right now?
What if you're Gareth Southgate?
No.
Or if I'm the manager of England.
I mean, if
I'm the manager of England, yes, I do.
I'm talking about fantasy.
I have Antonio. I don't have Kane.
Yeah.
I have Lukaku. I don't. Yes. So. Yes, that's correct.
I'm thinking 2-0 Arsenal. They're on a roll, and I think the roll's going to continue, but it's a halt soon. It's going to come to a halt soon.
That's the thing with Arsenal, though, is it's going to be like ups and downs for them too, right? It's like they're finding their feet, and like they're going to have some even like if they don't pull out a result against Brighton.
I think they will.
I think they will too. I have 2-1. Brighton's at home, so I'm granting them like a goal. I think it's gonna be a really interesting match. Actually, I'm looking forward to seeing at least bits of it because I'll be working. But it's just Arsenal's they're gonna have hiccups. Like yes, it seems like they have a set team and a set formation now, and their go-tos for big matches. Well, they don't even have any European competition to focus on.
That's exactly
which
why.
is a huge boost for them this season. So, but there's going to be some shocks. I don't think it's going to be happening this weekend. I think because there's more pressure on this Brighton match because Brighton's got to such a good start,
and they're a rival.
I guess
they're a rival now.
Like just scrap Duke in the
for the continental.
They've been a rival for what, all of a week now?
No, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks.
But it's been gradually 6 years.
Yes.
They've just been coming together.
But this could be an important match for the Continental Cup, whatever that new competition is called that I don't watch. It's also being played on Thursdays. Yeah. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. The only reason I watched last time is because Spurs were playing wrong. They were playing Rennes. I'd love to watch some little Rennes action.
No, but I think Arsenal will win this. I think not handily, but I think there'll be a goal in each half and a late second goal.
Yeah. Clean sheet again, though, eh?
Yeah, clean sheet. I really wish they kept a clean sheet against Tottenham. I would be on top of the table in our league. But instead, I'm still top of the table, but with someone else.
Your time, right there, nipping at your heels.
Ryan was so confident. He didn't realize that Smith Rowe was coming in for me. I think that's when he was talking. I was like, okay, you just wait. You just wait. You didn't beat me yet.
Yeah. Okay. 2-1. You have 2-0.
2-0.
Okay. Let's close it out, guys. Liverpool City.
A big match.
At Anfield.
It always seems to be the first. The last 3 years, the first time they played has always been Liverpool.
I can't remember. The one that I remember the most is the year that Liverpool won.
What, 3-0?
And 3-1. Didn't
City? Oh yeah, City got one at the end. Yeah. When they wanted that penalty call.
Well, they kind of got robbed in that match. I will say that there were some dubious calls.
No, but I think they played it right too.
But then last year when City won 4-0, that was at Anfield, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. There's no fans. Anyway, moving along. No Arnold, I don't think.
Still
which
injured?
I think he's still out for this. I'm pretty sure. Do you want to check that quick?
Who's gonna come in then?
Is it gonna be James Milner again? Because he played yesterday.
I get, yeah, and you know what? Why they even ask? It is gonna be James
Milner. And how they still not picked up a younger, more defensively minded right back in that position? You know, and younger than James Milner is what I mean. Not younger than Arnold. Just a slightly more experienced, more defensive right back. You know, someone that you could even bring on when Arnold's healthy.
He's doubtful.
And you might be trying to, and you might be trying to actually, defend the lead. How haven't they done that? It's just beyond me. But this one injury to me, just kind of changes the whole makeup of this match. I think it just makes Liverpool a little more defensive. Well, it does certainly, and it also and it just slows it down for me. There have been a lot of goals in these matchups lately. There have been some 1-0s and stuff, but there's there's that 3-1, there's that 4-0 last year.
There's that 4-3. I'm expecting a lot of goals. Do you have a lot of goals in this match?
No, because I think the Milner thing just completely changed it for me.
Are you going 1-0 City?
I'm going 1-0. I'm going 1-0. The dynamic completely changes. That alone, because Arnold will just be bombing up. He's so dangerous when it comes to set pieces, and Milner's just people are gonna have to cover for him a little more.
Well, he's gonna be on Grealish's side.
Yeah,
and or at least drawing focus to that, and then
Milner gets up for this though too. This is it though. Is Milner? Is he done?
No.
Is he done?
Is he? Oh, we'll see.
I think this is it. This is
I think City are scoring 2.
This is like a Mark Noble moment for him. Yeah, I mean Mark Noble's been done. He's been done, but
now he's done.
Did you even see him when we played him in the Carabao?
Yeah,
just missing sitters, just stomping on people. You're past Mark. You're just a scrappy, a little scrappy poo, and it's over. It's well over. Milner has a lot more to give though.
Originally, I had 2-2 for this match, but I am
switching to City.
City is scoring 2. I think so. It's whether Liverpool can score 2 and reply. I think this game Liverpool needs to score first. if they have a chance. And I think City, even against PSG, they didn't play bad, and they deserved one. But it's at Anfield too with fans, so you know what, 2-2. I'm sticking with 2-2.
Sticking with 2-2.
Sticking with 2-2.
Okay, so
Anfield with fans. That's why I'm doing it. I believe in the cup.
The cup? Yes,
yeah,
the cup.
The cup.
It is the cup.
I believe in them.
Just a bag of 2 goals, like
yeah.
What else is going on there?
I'm hoping it's Shaktar Donetsk. Maybe just Shaktar. I'll take that. I'm probably gonna captain Lukaku. I don't know if I'm gonna vice captain.
I don't know, Mike.
I think it's gonna be high scoring. I think with the energy.
I mean, I hope you're right. I do. But it's just
I can't really pick a winner on this.
The midfields, I think, in terms of like the creativity when you're dropping back into the midfield, it definitely airs on City side.
They also had a tough.
You have 2 dynamic,
both on the road, and now they got to do another road game.
Wow, that is
crazy.
That is a wild,
crazy weekend. They played their best 11 in both games.
Mike, are you trying to like sway me to Liverpool right now?
No, but I think they want to get 2 out of 3. I think if Pep went into this week saying I can get 2 out of 3, he would take it.
Yeah, and you know what? If you lose in the Champions League, you take that. That's the loss.
Yeah,
that is the loss on the road to PSG too. Not that they're
but
trying to, not that they don't have the depth to actually, win all 3. Like every time you're going to each match, like when you start it, it's like we'll take 2 out of 3 for sure. But I mean, as you approach every match, like you intend to win. When you have that depth, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
If you're, Pep, City's players, or their 6 fans. So it's just. I don't know. When it comes to the midfield, there's 2 great CDMs, both Brazilian. Oh no, Roger's Spanish.
Spanish, yeah.
Roger's Spanish, but like two great CDMs, which just kind of just opens up the play, but or allows your team just to open up the play a little more. But I just see City just have the quality when you're dropping deeper back. Up front, both teams are completely loaded, as is Liverpool in the mid. But no, with Thiago out, you're starting Fabinho, Henderson.
Maybe Jones.
I think it's got to be.
Yeah.
Like, he's been on a tear.
He's been playing well. I don't think he'll play all 90, but I think he'll start.
No. Give him a good 60 or 70.
I
think he's got to start.
What else is he going to do? It's not going to be
It's not going to be Keita. Keita's been decent, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but Jones has been electric. He's amazing against Porto. Absolutely sensational. He's been getting those starts since that Thiago injury, especially. And he's been getting it done.
He's been good.
Yeah.
I was thinking of picking him up.
Yeah.
But
I know. You know what? I feel like I should have saved a little bit of money. I should have saved some money on, instead of getting Smith Rowe, I should have got Jones.
I might get rid of Ronaldo. But if I get rid of Ronaldo, I can't get him back. That's the only problem.
Why?
He's 12.7 now.
Oh, well.
he might be 13, man.
We'll get into that. Okay. All right. Rom, thanks for joining. Feel free to hop in a little bit more. And it's been a while since someone actually said anything. I didn't.
But Lewandowski, yeah, you're right. You know what? He could be. He's probably the 3rd best. But I still think.
I lean on you just as a more complete player.
He is. But Lewandowski's a goal machine. He's the goal machine.
That is. But it'll be tears for it's Holland and Mbappe. So Mbappe's kind of worrying me.
He's spent too long at PSG. He's a diva now. I don't like
a little bit. I know. I loved him. I don't think he's my favorite.
He's not humble anymore.
He's not. He's absolutely not. I don't think he's like
at this moment,
from the beginning, from the first season, Monaco, I think this guy's my favorite player, and he had been for the next 3 years, and then more and more he's just. Yeah, he's totally.
He's the diva now.
He is. He needs to pull it back. I saw some instances yesterday where it's he's looking to facilitate.
Did you see over the weekend?
What with Neymar and him complaining about him not passing and stuff?
Yeah, on the bench he said, he doesn't make that pass to me. And he said that. I was like, wow, okay, well there's tension. I don't know how that's going to be resolved. Yeah. Because you would think Messi and Neymar. Yeah. They're like this, right? And, at least when there was Messi, Neymar, and Suarez, they're all South American, right? So they all had that camaraderie. But they all got each other. But now he's feels like he's the odd one out.
Sure.
That's why I think
Neymar was also running. I didn't understand why Mbappe wanted to leave, a few weeks ago. And I don't really get it either. Write it out. Like don't even force the move.
He knew he's the third option now.
Dude, you're 21. What, 22?
I know. He's not humble, but he's not humble anymore.
He's not. He was so humble. He was so humble.
I know.
To me, like when he was in his teens, he was an ideal role model. Not that I get carried away with that. Like I don't mind if players are like I enjoy cocky players. I love cocky players. And loudmouths. You look at Jamie Vardy for example. Whatever. But Jamie Vardy, but Jamie Vardy. You look at Jamie Vardy. It's like he's just like a fuck boy. But he's having fun. Yeah. He's having fun with it, and like I'm sure he's a great teammate.
I love the celebrations on the
absolutely. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. But like Mbappe's like he's completely egocentric right now. Yeah, he's got to pull it back. I still have faith that maybe he can pull it back, but it's like
he has to go to a different team.
But where are you going? Like where Real. Is Real a team that's really going to breed that kind of humility?
No, but he'll be the star of that team, and at least he'll get.
What if they bring in Holland as well, which they might? Then
he won't go.
You don't think so?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this year.
You don't think so? I mean, if Mbappe wants to win, he's always going to be with at least one other player that is going to be like on his level.
Yeah, but not another striker. I think he wants to be the striker.
Sure.
Because if Benzema's gone for sure, if they get Holland and Mbappe, right? I guess that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Topic for another day. Yeah. Dry air down here.
Okay.
All right.
Guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Not yet.
See.
No, not yet. A little international break.
Yeah, I know.
Sucks.
But
Canada.
Yeah, we'll probably have to have the game on live for our next one.
Yeah.
Have live updates.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, take care, guys.